Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Curious About Bitcoin. I am your host, Brian Rothenberg. Today, I wanted to make a video addressing volatility. So when you invest in Bitcoin, one thing that you need to be comfortable with and expect is volatility in the price of Bitcoin when denominated in dollars or any other currencies out there. One thing that you should also keep in mind is over time, and as we think about Bitcoin in the long run, one Bitcoin will equal one Bitcoin. And so over a 5-year holding period, if you hold Bitcoin that long, in the history of Bitcoin, Bitcoin has never been down. Now, I can't say, down when denominated against dollars. I can't say that that will continue forever. There could be a time period where, Bitcoin was down for longer than 5 years, but the trajectory of money printing and the finite supply and corporate adoption and the ease of investment and relaxation of holding rules for banks to custody Bitcoin, there are so many factors, strategic reserves as well, that play in favor of Bitcoin adoption that, the idea that Bitcoin is going to go down and be in a bear market for a significant length of time is not necessarily something that I really subscribe to. I think we will see declines in Bitcoin, but we will also see those declines be shorter and those declines be less deep than what we saw in the past, where we've seen even 80% drawdowns. So today what I wanted to do was go over a few charts, and this is just to kind of illustrate volatility within the Bitcoin ecosystem here. So I'm going to start here for this chart, which is the current price of Bitcoin. Over, I believe, the last 24 hours, we're down about 1.75%. I'm filming on Thursday, June 12th at 11:06 p.m. Eastern Time in America. And so there's tensions in the Middle East between Israel and Iran. There was a plane crash in India today. There have been protests and National Guard deployments and potential riots, depending on your frame of reference, in cities across the US over the past week or so. And so there's a lot of other factors that are out there that are impacting global markets. Now, one of the issues that we have today is that Bitcoin is the only market that's available 24/7, 365, all the time, forever. And so when we take a look at some of the information that we have about different stocks and things like that, different currencies, different commodities, Bitcoin is the one that we're going to see changes in real time. And that's really what we're seeing here in the price being down 1.78%. But I really want to emphasize this volatility piece today, because it's not just the price of Bitcoin goes up and the price of Bitcoin goes down. So today, in the same day, during US stock trading hours, this is a company that I invested in last week on Friday. And today, that company went up 43.98%, in part because it put Bitcoin on its balance sheet, and then it added to that. They made some additional announcements. I bought it a week ago. I bought it and captured most of this 105.6% gain in the past week that I've owned it. And this isn't to tell you that I'm a stock market genius and you should follow all of my trades. This is to tell you that it's volatile. If I zoom out for a month, we've seen sort of, since they've announced their Bitcoin strategy and everything like that, that has gone up quite a bit. But this is a very, very short new stock, not short stock, a new stock, because it hasn't been trading all that long, since the end of May only, where we've seen it trade and go up like this. And it's still what we would probably consider a penny stock. It's $2.57. So, do I expect it to go down? I absolutely do. Will it go up before it goes down? I don't know. I'm holding this for the long term. Right? Over the long run, if I hold this for years, I expect this stock to go from if it was, 5 days ago, $1.15 or thereabouts, which is somewhere where I, bought it, probably in this range. I expect it to go over $10 and probably 10x. I don't know if that's going to be in a month. I don't know if that's going to be in a year. I don't know if that's going to be in a decade, but I expect it to go up quite a bit in time. I'm going to go to a different stock here where about a month ago, I put some money into this stock as well. This is a company out of Hong Kong. They also have a Bitcoin treasury strategy. And over the last month, it's up about, 4.6%. But today it's down 7.74%. Why is it down today? If I had to guess, it's not because it didn't have bullish news, because over the past week, it's had a really good run, right? It's up 20% in the past 5 days. But because this is trading in Hong Kong right now, again, I'm on the East Coast in America and it's 11:10 at night. This stock is currently trading today. And because of the things that are happening worldwide and the price of Bitcoin going down, the stock is amplifying that. So if you do invest in any of these stocks, these are things to keep in mind. One more stock that I do invest in is this one. It's called Metaplanet. It's a company out of Japan. This one has also been a crazy stock, right? So I've been in this stock for about a month. I saw some, immense run-ups in the stock price in various points in time, but you can see over the last 5 days, it's pretty much flat. But today it's down 5.53%. So it started low over here and then it went up quite a bit and it kind of kept that for the week for the most part. And then we came to the end here and we're back down a bit from where we were at various points in time. And this is kind of from yesterday, but over the 5 days, we haven't gone up all that much. But zooming out in a month, we've gone up a ton. 6 months, we've gone out a ton. And if we go over this 1 year time frame, it's really, they've had a 1,260% increase in the stock price. And so this is another stock where you're going to see volatility. You see it go up, you see it go down, you see it go up, you see it come down, you go up and you go down a little bit. There's also a lot of short selling on this particular stock because it's very active in the Japanese markets, even though it's a very small company within the Japanese markets. So again, just going back to the name of this video, the name of the game here, when you invest in Bitcoin, you should expect things to be volatile in the price of Bitcoin. If you invest in companies that put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, each of these three do, you should expect that the price of these companies is going to be volatile. But if we zoom out over a long enough period, you can kind of see that over time, the price of these things tend to go up, right? These other stocks here are, smaller, but you can see sort of when they announced their Bitcoin strategy here, this one went up and it's kind of been up and down a little bit over time, but it's went up significantly once they talked about doing that and had some investment there. Still very early. Same thing here on this one, still very early, but you sort of see this trend going. And if we go to the Bitcoin chart, if we take a look at a 1 hour chart, you can see, it's here and then it goes down and then it goes up higher and then it goes down and then it comes back up a little bit and then it goes down even deeper, a lot deeper, and then it comes back up a little bit and then it goes down and now we're back up above where we were in the last hour. If I zoom out to the day, we were doing fine. We chop down a little bit, go down a little bit more. We come back up and then we chop down and go down and down and big downs. And, then we're coming back up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to hold. Similarly for the 7 day, we're going up, going up, going up, go up a lot, hold a little bit, come back down a little bit, drop quite a ton. You go out to the month, more charts like this. You look at the year-to-date pieces, and a lot of these you can trace back to specific events. You zoom out to 1 year, you start to see this line where, if you go to the right, it's starting to look like it ends up, which is what we want. And if you go to this 5 year chart, it starts down here and it's up and to the right, right? You're almost kind of fully off this graph in terms of the appreciation that you see, but it didn't come all at once. And when it went up, it also came back down. Not all the way down to where it was, but it does come down some there. And if you zoom all the way out, you can see that Bitcoin was very, very low for a very, very long time as people were working on adoption and education. This is long before I spent any time thinking about it. Went up a bunch and then it came back down, 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 went up a ton, came down, up a ton, came down, and now we're working our way back up again. And so, there is some cyclicality to Bitcoin, but you should expect that the price will go up and the price will come down. But over time, if you hold for 5 years for Bitcoin, if history serves for the future, your Bitcoin will be worth more 5 years from now than it is today when denominated in dollars. And overall, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. So one Bitcoin will equal one Bitcoin. And the value of that will increase over time as more people realize that and see the adoption increase. And as we print more fiat currency, which we've talked about in other videos. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I thank you all for your time and attention today. I hope that you did benefit from this particular video. And if so, please comment, like, subscribe, any of those things if you did. And if you have ideas for other videos that you'd like me to do, please put them down in the comments as well. I review all the comments and love to make videos that would help the community there. That's why I do this. Thank you very much. Have a great day wherever you are.